Sir, would you lower your window, please, sir?
He just pulled right out in front of me.
Sir? The window.
What's wrong with him?
The window, sir. All the way down. Drive your driver's license, please, sir. She's 15 years old.
Do you realise the car you're driving's unregistered, sir? Hey.
Step out of the car, please, sir. Are you aware you failed to give way back here?
She was turning and I was on her right.
Yeah, and she was turning left. She's had the right of way since 1994.
Just give me the ticket.
Well, you're driving an unregistered vehicle without a current driver's license. No, you better come with us.
What's this?
It's a driver's licence, 15 years out of date.
Oh, 15 years?
Yeah, and the car he's driving's unregistered too.
What's his story?
Said it was his mum's car.
Go on, check him out on leap.
Thanks, mate.
O'Rourke, I'm still waiting on that stolen... O'Rourke?
You're lucky we don't charge you with disobey lawful instruction.
Hey, Kelly. Weaver!
Bastard!
How's your hand?
Bit sore.
Keep your fist a bit tighter and tuck your thumb in next time. You want to go home?
No.
I'll take your time and stay away from Fuller.
Did you know?
I knew he was being released. I didn't know he was here.
I used to imagine what I'd do if I ever met him. Wasn't how I thought it'd be.
Ah, it never is. Kelly. He won't be in town very long. I'll make sure of that.
Look, that's not our usual way of dealing with traffic offences. You okay?
No, he's not. I want you out of Mount Thomas today and get your licence somewhere else.
I just need to stay long enough.
Let me tell you what'll happen if you stay in this town. I'll have your parole conditions changed. You'll report here at 7 a.m. every day.
My mum's sick.
You leave today. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Stuart Fuller will be leaving town. Until he does, he's our first suspect and your first port of call. Anything. Jaywalking to burglary, you bring him in and you come down hard. He's on parole. 15 years ago, he murdered a copper. Well, it was more of an execution, really. A bullet at close range to the back of his head while he tried to arrest his accomplice. Another copper shot doing his job, but this one was...
He was my dad.
Stuart Fuller will not be tolerated. Understood?
Kel.
I'm on lunches today.
Thanks, Kelly.
Okay, thanks for that. Bye. Boss, I've just got off the phone from the hospital.
And?
Well, Fuller's mother's a patient in the palliative care ward. That's why he's in Mount Thomas. Apparently she's in a bad way. I was just checking his story.
It changes nothing.
Just letting you know.
I said I'm fine.
All I'm saying is that if you need to talk to
Listen, this was 15 years ago. I've grown up with it all my life. Now just leave it alone.
All right, I'll leave it alone.
And can you please stop following me around?
Look, I'm just here to help you carry the lunches.
Sorry, you two.
Chris, could we please have 2 chili beef, sweet and sour pork for the boss?
But lunch is off.
What do you mean? It's payday. We always get Chinese.
Yes, well, you're going to have to go back there and cook it yourself if you want it. George and Roz have done a runner. They owe me a month and a half's rent.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Get someone else in pretty damn quick or I'm in trouble.
Boss, stolen vehicle, supermarket car park.
Bring him in.
At 8:30 this morning, you crashed your own car, leaving it unroadworthy.
It's my mother's car.
You then stole a car from the Penhope Road supermarket car park.
Didn't touch it.
Presumably, you've either dumped it or sold it on. Either way, violating the conditions of your parole.
I didn't know she'd be here.
And who are you referring to, sir?
Your mate who smacked me up. I'm not here to upset her. I just want to see my mum.
You stole a car.
I didn't steal anything. I went shopping, you know? Groceries, beer.
We'll require a full list of what you bought and who you bought it from. We're having trouble remembering, sir.
You said you bought groceries.
Yeah. From that Italian bloke.
Would he be able to identify you?
Maybe. He barracks for Richmond.
All right, well, we'll check your story. We'll need to get a few details first.
I just want to see my mother.
Yes. Your sick mother. A list of groceries Mr. Fuller claims to have bought at the time the vehicle was stolen.
An alibi.
Apparently.
Have you followed this up?
Unfortunately, I have a number of urgent reports to write.
Oh, that is a shame.
It is.
Well, Mr. Fuller will just have to remain in the cell until you've had time to check out his story.
Boss?
I've got time. I can check Fuller's story.
You'll find some filing to do, Kirby. Isn't that your handwriting?
So what's up your nose?
I'm just wondering if they're really upholding the right here.
You kidding me? Mate.
I know, but this guy's done his time. Well, what about you, Suze?
He thinks we're being unfair to Stuart Fuller.
You're kidding. What about Kelly's dad? You think that was fair?
So no arrest as yet. Sure, mate. Thanks a lot. Boss, they've recovered that stolen car. It was dumped and tossed just outside of Melbourne. So it's pretty unlikely that Stuart Fuller was responsible.
Seeing as you're so concerned, why don't you go and tell him?
Good news. You're free to go.
I was going to see my mum. Well, I can't now. The buses don't run after 5.
Well, you could always steal another car.
Yeah, your mates would love that, wouldn't they?
Mate, hang on. Maybe you can still see her. So what's the go?
Cancer.
And
She was bad last night.
yeah, not a problem. Your mum?
Half an hour ago. Well, you kept me waiting.
Mr. Fuller, would you like to sit with her for a while?
Mr. Fuller? Sorry about this. It's just paperwork. Seems awful, but sometimes it's better to get this over with. It'll save you having to bring them back.
No, I'll do it later.
Come on, I'll give you the time.
I can walk.
Well, you might want this.
How are they going?
They're in heaven.
Yes, I wonder if the horses feel the same.
Dad! Have you seen him?
I have indeed.
I'm so jealous. Luce! Over here!
He's very beautiful, Lucy.
Isn't he?
Behaving himself?
Yeah.
Well, he certainly is an impressive beast.
Well, he better be. I paid 22 grand for him.
Ah.
Talked the bloke down from 25.
Oh, well done.
I thought so. Here, fella.
We stay for a drink, Mark?
No, should be heading home, I think.
Or next time.
Oh, no, we will, yeah. Yeah, come on, love. I've had a good look at him now.
So how much do you owe,
You don't ask that.
Chris?
The rent from the bistro's been keeping me afloat.
Well, why don't you take out one of those bridging loans until you get someone else in there?
Well, I've already approached the bank. Apparently I'm a credit risk.
No, I'm a credit risk. You own a pub.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They didn't exactly refuse. They just had certain preconditions.
Fantastic, you owe me a pot.
And we owe Stuart Fuller an apology.
You want to leave this one alone, and I am not joking.
His mother died this afternoon. Well, we were holding him down at the station on a charge that everyone knew was a crock. Apparently she's not joking either.
So you want me to feel sorry for this guy because his mother died? Well, what about Kelly? She loses her dad because Fuller and his mate roll of TAB for drug money. Do we forget about her?
What, so we're making it better by treating him like dirt?
Nothing will make it better, mate.
Come to gloat?
Get us your goal.
Spare me.
Hey. I figured you could use these.
What are they?
Take a look.
No, you tell me.
Road rules, driver's ed. A few things have changed since '94. Ah, don't mention it. But I'll tell you what, you can do with a coffee. You filled out the forms the hospital gave you?
What, is this a test now?
You might want to take a look at these.
I'll look at it later.
It's got all the road rule changes since '94. Read Italian, do you?
Look, you've had your fun, now piss off.
Mate. I'm not here to laugh at you.
Never learned to read.
Well, I figured you could do with some help. Now about that coffee. So what was your mother's name?
Molly.
Date of birth?
30th of August, 1942.
Good memory.
She would have been 63 next month.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's not going to change anything, is it? She used to come to Port Phillip every Wednesday to visit me. She never missed it. Not even when she got sick. It's a 3-hour round trip, you know, once she moved up here. She kept having to move. Neighbours would find out that she had a son who killed a cop. She'd get rocks on the roof, you know, bricks through her windows. If I'd been around...
Yeah, well, Kelly's dad wasn't around either. So, is there anyone else? A brother or a sister?
There's no one else. If I could turn it all back, I would. Make it better. When I think about that mate of yours.
Just wait there.
What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, just some run-of-the-mill intimidation. Bit of softening up with the baton before I really start infringing on his civil liberties. What about you?
Doing what the boss asked me to do.
What, coming around after knock-off and harassing the guy?
So behave yourself.
Well, Mr. Fuller appears to be behaving himself. Come on, Joss, the guy's mother just died. See you tomorrow.
Ooh, red chicken curry. You made this? It's my favourite.
I know.
What's that? Freya,
Oh, Dad, please.
you've already got a horse,
But
darling.
he can't pirouette and he can't massage.
I thought it was the rider who actually controlled the horse.
Dad!
Oh, you've only had him a year.
He's fat. I hate him.
I seem to remember someone saying he was the most beautiful thing they'd ever seen. Just because Lucy's got a new horse doesn't
It's
mean...
not because of Lucy. God. Just have a look, Dad, please.
It's $9,000.
But he's so beautiful, and I'd look after him
Darling,
so
yeah,
well.
I know
really
you would, but I haven't got that sort of money, okay?
He was the cheapest I could find that was any good. Lucy won't ride with me now she's got a new horse. She says she will, but I know she won't. She can already do so much more than I can, and if I can't keep up with her... Dad!
Freya, no, okay? No.
Enjoy your dinner.
Freya.
Oh, don't look at me.
Just thought you might back me up on this one, Penny.
You pushed her into riding.
Do we have to go through this again? I did not push her. It was a new town. I thought she could meet girls her own age.
And now we have to keep up with them.
No, we don't. She can still ride with Lucy.
You should never have suggested it. Not on your pay.
Hey, how you travelling?
Fine.
Fine, as in...
Fine, as in fine.
He's sorry, you know. Maybe you should give him a chance to show
Drop
you.
it,
Yes,
Alex!
Al. Talk it through. Look, I'm just trying to keep an eye out for you. This guy is tied to you now, one way or
Will
another.
you shut up?
Get out.
What the hell are you doing?
It's not really even your business, mate.
It's not yours either. So how's your new mate, hey? Not worried he might pull a gun on...
Drop it! Both of you!
Good idea.
Leave her alone.
Hello. Chris. Hey, how you doing?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. What's going on?
You tell.
I've just certified Chris's
I'm putting
documents. so that-
pokies in the pub.
Oh, great. Isn't it?
Mount Thomas Police.
Well, there's no alternative.
Well, the bank's lending the money, they call the shots.
The pokies.
I'll let him know.
Better get used to it.
Sarge, it's a guy called Alan Anderson. He's asking for you.
Right. So, you came out to the stable and he was gone? You notice anything different?
He whinnied a bit this morning.
More than usual?
He's new. I don't really know him yet. Any ideas, Dad?
Well, it's just a little bit early yet, love. Just have a think for me, Lucy. Can you remember anyone you don't know hanging around the stables lately? You know, unfamiliar people, unfamiliar cars even.
It's probably dumb, but I saw a four-wheel drive this morning.
You know, it's not dumb, love, but there's a lot of four-wheel drives around.
This one had a horse float, but if you're not interested... It was that dark red colour.
Well, did you notice anything else about the car?
No, but the guy who was driving...
Hang on. You saw the driver?
He looked really scary. Big and really mean.
Sarge?
Yep.
The broadcast on the four-wheel drive and the float went out.
No hits?
Well, Freya's description was pretty generic.
And the scary driver?
Nothing.
Kelly and Joss called in. No one else saw anything.
OK, thank you. Sarge, you still looking for that horse? There's a bloke found a stray one in his back paddock.
Is it Lucy Anderson's?
Yep, sure is.
Who comes past here?
Ah, just the pony clubbers. It's just a riding track just beyond that fence line there.
Freya's four-wheel drive?
Four-wheel drive would have to come through my place to get here. No, I doubt it was transported in a horse float. That riding track goes from the Andersons past here and...
What's over there?
my place. Freya, it's not
I saw a four-wheel drive. It's not my fault you can't find it.
Darling, there are no four-wheel drive tracks there. Hardly anyone knows about that paddock except members of the pony club.
Don't ask me then.
Love, come on.
That's enough, Mark. She's told you everything she knows.
Look at me, darling. Now, he's a very expensive horse and he's just cut his flank on some barbed wire. However it happened, we just need to know how he got there. Then we'll deal with it. But you've got to tell us the truth.
Mark?
I've told him everything.
So you can leave her alone now?
Freya, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me down to the station.
Absolutely no way. Proud of yourself? You won't even stand up for your own daughter.
Penny, please.
Sergeant, problem?
No, boss. Freya's just helping us with the horse theft.
Then you'll be taking yourself off the case.
Yes, of course. Anything you need, I'll be just next door, OK?
Just through that way.
OK, according to her mother, Freya left home this morning at 7 o'clock, so she did have the opportunity to steal the animal. Do you really think she did?
Well, I don't know. All I do know is she's not telling me the truth.
I don't know either, Mark, but she's your daughter. But her best friend's brand new horse. Do you think she'd be that jealous?
You do me a favour.
Sure.
Bring in Lucy Anderson, see what she has to say.
Some friend, Lucy. Comes around all the time, then steals your bloody horse.
Just in here, thanks, sir.
So, where are we?
Well, no charges have been laid yet.
Oh, and we can forget about that ever happening.
Meaning?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Now, Lucy, how long have you known Freya Jacobs?
Since she moved here, Freya's my best friend.
Was she impressed with your new horse?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he's expensive.
Just that, or...? What about her own horse?
He was holding her back, you know. Her dad couldn't afford to get her a good one. Can't we just forget about it? We've got the horse back.
Unfortunately, there's now the issue of damages.
Freya's not in trouble, is she?
No, love, no. Her dad's the sergeant here. He'll get her off.
Yes. Yes, I understand. No, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Anderson, I'd like a word.
Oh, hello.
We've got the vet's bill for the horse. With a scar like that, he's not worth $3,000. You couldn't afford to buy your girl a decent horse. Well, by the time you've paid me damages, you could have bought her a string of them.
That's it, Mr. Anderson.
Right. Alex and Joss, I want you out on patrol.
Not going out with him?
Joss! You will go out with whoever you are rostered with. No debate, no argument. Do I make myself clear?
Why are you doing this? Hanging out with Fuller. You're rubbing Kelly's face in it.
Helping Kelly is not rubbing
Helping
it.
Kelly by crawling up to this guy.
Well, beating up on Fuller's not going to do her much good either. Look, this guy turning up is going to completely throw her. It's going to confuse the hell out of her. It's really going to hurt.
Yes, right.
So she better learn to deal with it.
Who made you the social worker?
Well, everyone else. When they decided the best way to help Kelly was to turn into uniformed thugs.
Alex, Kel's family, all right? That's all there is to it.
Spare me the mafia bullshit, Joss. Pull up. That's George Thompson's warehouse. He's away. That door should be locked. Better check it out.
Go right ahead.
Oh, come on. Fine. Hello?
Neil. Neil! Hands behind your head.
My mate will be here soon.
Don't you shit me, boss. You'll one up. Don't look at me! Told you, boss. Told you not to look at me.
Ease up, mate.
You saw me.
I didn't see anything.
Don't look at me!
I didn't see you.
I didn't want to do this. You made me.
I swear to God, I didn't see anything.
You made me.
Alex! Alex! Come on, stop mucking around.
Your lucky day, boss.
He's got a gun.
Where are you?
Here. You all right? Just sold me out.
What are you talking about?
So much for backing each other up.
I was conducting a brief examination of the exterior of the building.
Right, how long did this examination take?
A couple of minutes.
Room clearance procedure?
Voice contact.
Voice contact. All right, let me get this clear. The assailant had time to pull a gun on Alex, force him to kneel, threaten to kill him before you realised something was wrong.
I guess so.
All right, well, if you were staying in voice contact, how come the assailant thought Alex was working alone? Were you actually in the warehouse at the time Alex was attacked?
Why did Alex say I wasn't?
I'm asking you.
Sarge, it was dark. I heard him shout. I ran over, all right?
Yeah, we think he got out through the roof.
Was there an alarm system?
He disabled it. I'd say he's at least semi-pro. I think Alex disturbed him before he was able to get anything.
Distinctly familiar MO, wouldn't you say, Detective?
Well, it's a bit of a long shot, isn't it?
It's his style. Right down to the gun in the back of the head. Bring him in.
What's this for?
Boss's orders.
What's he supposed to have done now?
Senior Constable.
So they brought your mate back in.
Cut that out! What do you think you're doing?
Boss.
It can wait.
No, it can't.
Right, Kirby, muster room. You, mess room. And stay away from each other. This had better be important.
Kirby had a gun to his head today. He blames Constable Peroni for not backing him up with good reason.
Does he?
Yes, he does, boss, he does.
Has Kirby made allegations?
I don't care about allegations. Kirby was put in a position where his life was in danger. Now, Alex has misgivings about the treatment of Stuart Fuller. He was being taught a lesson.
Discipline's not an option, Sergeant. It's your job. If they're fighting, it's your fault.
No, actually, boss, this time it's your fault. If we keep harassing Stuart Fuller, it's just going to get worse. Now, I know he killed a fellow member. I know it was Kelly's dad, but it's driving a wedge through this bloody station.
Kelly was 10 years old when he killed her dad. My best friend. If there's a wedge through this station, it's Stuart Fuller's doing.
I'm sorry, boss. Sarge, your wife's asking for you.
Just sign me.
You go wait in the car, love. I won't be long.
I'll see you at home, Freya. It's not looking good. Freya won't help herself. She'll have to be charged. Oh, and, Alan Anderson is suing us.
Freya's dad. The police sergeant. How are you going to explain this one to her?
Well, the way I always do, there are consequences for our actions,
No.
Penny.
You
and you
pushed
have to
her
be...
into the whole horse thing.
Not again, let's not
you
go
couldn't
over
get her
this
a
again.
proper
Penny.
horse, and now
No.
you won't get her out of this mess. Your own daughter.
No, Penny, it doesn't work like that.
No, you don't work like that.
Yes, Melanie. Yes, Mark Jacobs here. How are you? Good. No, fine. Look, I just need a word. I was wondering whether you might be able to pop into the station.
Mark?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll be here. Okay, thanks very much.
Clandestine phone calls.
No police work, I'm afraid.
Better luck next time. We're going to have to let Stuart Fuller go on the warehouse job.
Alibis?
They will check out.
Right, well, let him go then.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, Alex. Just keep him clear of Joss. And Kelly.
Sure. Remember last night? You said if you could say sorry?
Yeah.
Let's fix this up. Kelly, it's okay. We can clear this.
No.
Kel, this will help. You got something you want to say to her? Go ahead.
I think about your dad. All the time. When it happened, he was just a cop and I was strung out and he got in the way. But he was your dad. I never knew my dad. The Strings reckon that's why I started on Smack, because I couldn't read, didn't care. No wonder it ended badly. But it's such a relief to be able to talk to you, and to be able to tell you that I'm sorry. Because I am. I really am.
Bullshit.
Kel.
I'm not talking to you. Bullshit. I don't give a damn about your dead mother, about the father that wasn't there for you, about everyone else that let you down, because it's all bullshit. You took my dad, you had the choice, and you shot him.
I didn't have a choice.
Bullshit! You had the choice. You've got to learn to read. You don't have to be off your face all the time. You had the choice all the way until you killed my father. But I didn't have a choice, and neither did my dad.
Kel. You're dead.
I brought Freya up to be honest. And whatever else has been going on, she's always been honest and loyal and... You know, I just can't believe that she'd do something like this, especially to Lucy. I'm just looking for reasons. I thought you'd... I mean, she's spent a lot of time with Lucy lately. Have you got any idea what's happened?
I can barely figure out my own daughter, let alone someone else's. Look, I'm sorry about Alan.
No. He's a right to be angry. Lucy's probably very upset as well.
It's got nothing to do with Lucy. She didn't want a new horse. She loved her old one, but, you know, Alan couldn't accept it. It wasn't expensive enough or well-bred enough. You know, he couldn't boast about it.
So what happened to the old horse?
He gave it away, part of the deal on the new one.
Did you or Lucy fight him on this at all?
You don't say no to Alan.
Am I in trouble?
No, Lucy, you're not in trouble.
What about Freya?
Freya. Well, Freya's, pretty miserable. She's been a good mate, hasn't she? Want your old horse back?
Dad got rid of him.
Oh, well, Mum, made a few phone calls.
You didn't want that new horse, did you?
How about you tell me what happened, eh?
I was going to give him to Freya. She'd keep him out of sight in that paddock, and that way Dad'd have to get my old horse back.
Ah, you pretended you'd been stolen, eh?
Freya never told you?
No, love, no. Not even when she got into trouble because of it.
You satisfied? I told you to leave it alone.
Thought I could help her.
Yeah, we call that social working. Kel's not going to forget this.
I know. But it's Joss that scares me.
Joss?
Yeah. He let me go to that warehouse on my own. And do you reckon he knew who was in there?
Oh, mate.
Do you reckon he set me up?
Joss is Joss. But he's not bent. He was just trying to stick up for his mate. Because he thought that you weren't.
What about you?
I'm your mate.
Alan, be all right with all this?
No, he'll live.
Yeah, well, Freya will be very relieved.
Well, we just want to see them happy.
Yeah, you know, we do.
Look, we never had that drink. You know, maybe sometime we could... Sorry.
No.
No, sorry.
No. I'd love to.
Okay.
Right. Right, sir, OK. Yes, we're on our way. Got offenders on in Penhope Road. Joss and Kelly. Out you go.
I don't believe this.
Kelly?
Bye.